Hello guys, today I want to show you my own bike that I used for last 6 years. It's Santa Cruz Mega Tower CS version, and I just want to show you how it works after 6 years, what was changed on my bike, and what was good and what was not so perfect that I expected before. And if I want to change now my bike, and if I want, why? So let's talk about my own bike Santa Cruz. As you see, that's usual enduro bike. Not usual, it's great enduro bike, but without motor. It's not EMTB, it's middle version. As you see, it's not Kashima here, it's not XS here, but in this time it's most of the parts here are original parts. So just from the start, when I bought this bike, I make some upgrade of my fork. It was 160 and I changed damper and made it like 170. So, and it was good idea. It was really good idea. Just for you, I wanna say that you have this option in RockShox in Fox. So if you have 140, for example, and you want to change it to 150, you can do it. So you just if you don't know how to do it, just ask your mechanic or some bicycle local shop, and I think they can help you with this. Of course, from the start it was some rubber special things here, and yep, it was good idea because it's still live, no damages on the frame. And as you see, it's some clear stickers all around. It was full fuel sink here. So, and that was also a good idea because under these stickers just we have a new frame. So for someone who will ride after me, if it happened, because I have no plans to sold my bike for now, but after me it will be like a new frame. And let's talk about parts, what is not original here and what was changed later and what was changed just from the start. Just from the start it was, as I remember, changed nothing here. I only bought this original Fox fender because it was now in stock and make upgrade of my fork, and that's all. So but now we have a new rear rim. It's the T-Swiss E532, and just because when I was in Spain in bike camp I totally crashed my race face rim. It was RR30 LU rim rear, and yep, it was my fault. So it wasn't not because of these bad rims or something, it was my fault. It was really yeah, really big drop and it was not enough speed. So after this big drop I crashed my rim. That's why I changed. It was not the rims of my dream or something, that was just good rim that was available in local store at that time. So, and now still it's work good. And by the way, I like this rim more because race face it works good, but when you need to change your tire, there is some always problem with your tubeless stuff. So you need to lock one side, after with maybe with tube lock another side. So with GT rims it always works easily. So you just push your air, you don't need some high pressure CO2 sinks or something. So yeah, it works really easily because with these rims make tubeless change your tire or remove your tire. So it's remove, it's not so hard, but put it back it's really hard. So that's why I'm not a big fan of these race face rims. But how it works, how it you after 6 years, yeah, it works good. It's no damages. These rims you can use for hard stuff, it's fine. So GX system, I have no any question for my system GX, it works perfectly. So till now, because of this cable, it's good that I can change my speed just quickly, just for 3 maximum 5 seconds, because sometimes just after you ride down you have just 5 or 6 seconds to quickly shifting and to start your climbing. So that's why I don't like IXS system, and maybe XTR a little bit better, new XTR, but after test I can say you there is better or not. But for me, for now, I prefer this cable, all GX or something like this one. If you have a lot of money, you have use XO or something, but for me GX was good enough, it works. And only sometimes, only in some moments you need to check this moment, because sometimes not only on this bike, on every bike it can be untied, so be careful and check this moment always, tightening of this bolt. Brakes code, SRAM code are for powerful it's good enough, for modulate it's good enough. Only one moment with adjustment, so if you have option code RSC, of course it will be much better, because RSCs have a lot of adjustments just of your lever. Here you also have, but it's only one little adjustments of your lever, but it's not enough sometimes. So if you have RSC, it's really better. You need to know that in SRAM with dot inside, you need to change this dot every 2 years, maybe 1 year, maybe 2 years. It's because this dot inside have some moments with water, better to change it every 2 years. And I think you know this moment from the car and other things. With Shimano mineral oil or TRP, DHR, you don't need to make this stuff every 2 years. So yeah, there is maybe one of the minus of these brakes, but still now these brakes and SRAM brakes for me greatest brakes that I used ever. Original Bergtech bar, it's nice gear. I like this bar, but sometimes it feels like that I need a little bit more rise. So maybe in future, I tried bar with rise like 40 maybe millimeters, and maybe it will be more interesting. But when I ride, for me it's good. But just when I saw on this bar, it looks like it's not enough rise. But when I'm just ride down, I didn't think about this moment ever. So ergon grips. First grips was also good enough, but it was old, and I changed for this beautiful, amazing Pro grips. Original saddle VTB. I'm a big fan of VTB saddles, and it's Santa Cruz collaboration with VTB. So for me, this saddle it's really amazing. After test bikes, now I understand that because this saddle it's not wide, it's thin, that is perfect, because when you ride down and your saddle in this position, and if you have wide saddle, it's really beaten to your legs, and it's not normal. I don't like this moment. About suspension, by the way, it's often comments you ask me about size of bikes. There is large size. I have 180, and for me this size of this frame in Santa Cruz it was perfect. So yeah, you don't need I think medium or something. If you have 180, a large size is exactly for you. By the way, we have stickers. 6 years the stickers were here. Yeah, okay, I left it because it's new. It's almost new. So some little moments that you see here, that little fender, yeah, the owners of Uno Iki now just crying because they need this moment also. But in new Uno MIF you have it. VPP system, virtual pivot system in Santa Cruz, it's the best, really, it's the best suspension that I used ever, because it looks like your suspension works in another world but you have connection. So yeah, when you just ride, it looks like your legs have 2 meters more, and this is just going after your legs. So it feels amazing. And after test of a lot of bikes, maybe Yeti also have good suspension. I like suspension Yeti, but this suspension till now it's it's the best one. Also, I like a new suspension moments like have track new generation track slash with high pivot system. Works maybe like the same, but in this case you have usual system of chains without this parts that maybe you don't need it and your mechanic is maybe don't need it. So that's why I like this suspension more, because it works also perfectly like high pivot suspension system in new bikes, but we have old good stuff with chain cranks without any moments that you don't need it, because when it easily for me, in my opinion, it works better, and it works for your service it's also better. RockShox Reverb dropper 175, and it's really good size and it's good dropper. It just works. It was no service 6 years and it works good. So okay, maybe in future I change some oil inside or something, but till now it works. Oh yeah, let it be. My lovely pedal Raceface Chester, and before it was black one, now it's pink one, just because of color, because sometimes you need to change something on your bike, but when your bike is perfect, you can change pedal or grips. It's a good option. Or tires, by the way. I have here Maxxis, it's Assegai front, and there is DHR rear. DT Swiss hubs 370. I changed bearings inside just after 3 months of use, I think, this bike, and now it's Japan good bearings, and last 5 or 6 years it was good enough. So here sometimes it's not enough, this ratchet here for me, and maybe in future I thought about change something and make this ratchet here, so for better connection pedal quickly, but for now it's almost fine, so maybe I don't need it. For pedal, I like this pedal because it's cheap, it works good, and just 5 years before it was black pedals here, and it was no any problems. That's why. But next pedal, maybe it will be maybe also Chester, but with bigger platform. It's new Chester white, and I want to try this pedal, but I don't know, because again I need 5 years to use this pedal, and after this maybe change it, because it's pedal, it's for all your life. It's composite material, plastic, but it works without any problems. And cranks GX, as you see, it was chain moments here, it was rocks moments here, it was crashed all the times, but it's still works and it looks beautiful. So GX cranks, that's amazing stuff. And SRAM, I think it's good brand, so you can use it and be sure for good working. And after all this time, what can I say about what I need now? Now I need maybe if we take usual BO bikes, for me this bike is perfect. Sometimes I thought about maybe change bike because it's not new and all these things, but I don't understand what is better for now, for me. I didn't understand what is better. By the way, I have tested a lot of bikes, new bikes, but still this bike for me after 6 years is the best choice. Maybe some parts, but only one moment. Sometimes I think about it. Only one moment with, if I can put a little DJI Avinox motor inside, maybe this bike can be better. But that means that I just need one more bike with DJI motor, but not to change something in this bike. But that's only my opinion and my options about my ride and my experience with this bike. Of course, maybe you need 200 millimeters fork or something, so it's all depends of your style of riding and your preferences. If you have some question about this bike, about any other bikes, or about bike riding for trails, you can ask about anything in a comment under this video. For today, thanks for your views and have a good one.